So after downloading the files are sent to your email, the next thing is to unzip it and then you can have access to the files or you can go through the files. The quickest and easiest way to unzip the files is to simply double click on the zip folder and then you drag the original folder from the zip folder and then drop it on your desktop. So within some few seconds or a minute, uh, it should complete. So let's wait for a minute to complete so we can move on to the next step. Okay, so moving on to the next step, you can double click on the folder to see the files and folders. So this is the content in the folder. We have we have files and we have folders. So these are the files and the folders that make up the application. So I built the application using these files and folders. First of all, I use the framework I use is called Nest.js. Nest, Next, JS. You can search it on Google. If you go to Google and type Nest.js, it will give you all the information you need to know about Nest.js. Nest.js is a React framework. To understand, when we say a framework, it means a framework is simply an already built architecture. To understand, it's an already built architecture. So instead of building your own architecture, it has already been built. So all that you have to do is to build on top of that architecture. So you wouldn't waste time and energy. And when I say architecture, all that I'm trying to tell you is these files, these public folders and those things, they are things that are already made. So you download them and then start using them. Do you understand? You can read more about framework, especially Next.js on Google or using AI, Open AI or something, ChatGPT. Okay, so basically, this is your front end. When you go to this folder and double click on it, it will open. And when it opens, apart from this folder, the API folder, everything you see here constitutes your front end. So when you open the protected folder, you will see all your pages, academic records, attendance records, behavior record, dashboard, dropout prediction, and those kind of things. So that constitutes your front end. Front end is the visible part. When you visit a website or when you use application, the part you see, applications or websites are divided into two main parts. We have the visible part and the invisible part. The visible part is the part you see. That is, as a visitor, when you visit a website, everything you see is your front end. Do you understand? If you open Facebook, the pictures, I mean the images, the videos, the colors, all of them make up the front end. So when we talk of front end, we are talking about the visible part of an application, the seeable part, the part you can see with your eyes. And there's also a part you cannot see with your eyes. Like for instance, when you log into your Facebook account, it requests for your username and password. Whatever the system does with your username and password is not something that you see. All that you see is it grants you access to your Facebook account, or it prompts you that there's an error, so try again. So that is the front end and back end. The front end is the visual part, the part that can be seen, and the back end We are talking about the database and everything that happens on the server. So basically, when it comes to our our folders, like I said, apart from this folder contains your backend files. For now, we have no files because I'm still working on the backend. So the backend folder is empty. But apart from that, all these are your front end files. For now, the system is using what the system is using for backend is this is what the system is using for backend. When you open this folder, you find a file called mock data. So inside the mock data, that's where your data is. So to view the content in the mock data, you can view it using a text editor like VS Code, or I don't know the text editor you are using. But basically, if you drag and drop the mock data, you will see you will see the data inside. Basically, there are information about the students. Okay, so you see we have student data. If you scroll downwards, you find other data. So these are financial records. So when I'm done with the backend, all this information will go to the database to understand. But for now, since the backend is still under completion, we are using the mock data as our database. But when I'm done with the backend, everything will go to the database. So basically, that is it. Remember, the framework is Next.js. Next.js is a React framework. React was built by Facebook. So all the Facebook applications from the Facebook website, Facebook, that is Instagram, and also, yeah, all the Facebook applications, they were built using React. So it's the same technology I use in building this app. Okay, so that is it. Front end, back end. And also the programming language is JavaScript. You understand? So I've spoke about framework, I've spoke about front end and back end, and now I'm telling you that the code, when we talk of code, these are the code. When we talk of code or coding, so these are the code. Like if I go to the app folder and then open one of the page, let me open the academic records. So this is the page. If you want to see the content inside, you just drag and then drop. Okay, so when we talk of code, so these are the code. These are the code that make up the page. To understand, let's let's try and view the actual page or the actual app so that you understand what I'm trying to say. So first of all, make sure you've downloaded VS Code. You need to download VS Code. If you don't have a copy on your machine, then download VS Code and install it. This is VS Code. Another thing you have to download before you can test the app on your machine. I mean on your laptop. After downloading VS Code, the next thing you have to download is Node. So just Node download. Do you understand? This is Node. You click on download and install Node.js. Maybe you scroll downwards, it says Windows installer. You understand? So you have to choose whether you are using 64-bit or 32-bit. So Windows installer. Then you follow the instructions and then download. Okay, so you see it has downloaded. So you can go ahead and then install. For me, I already have Node installed on my machine, so no need reinstalling it. So all that I would do is this is my project folder. You understand? This is my project folder. All that I would do is to open VS Code like this, then drag and then drop. As simple as that. So you drop your entire project into VS Code. Then the next thing you do is here, this icon. You click on it and then type this. Let's wait for some few seconds. So this is if you want to run the application on your machine. I'm not saying you should do it at all costs, but if you want to run the application on your machine, this is this is what you have to do. First, you download VS Code, then also you install Node.js, then you drag and drop your project folder into you drag and drop it to VS Code. It will open like this. Then remember this icon. I click here, and then this and the terminal open. So this box is called terminal. Do you understand? When the terminal opens, type type this command npm install, then hit enter. But make sure you are connected to the internet. You understand? Okay. So the packages are being installed. Yes, so you have to wait for maybe a couple of minutes, depending on the strength of your internet connection. Okay, so let's wait for some few minutes. Okay, within some few seconds, we should be good to go. Yeah, within some few minutes, few seconds, we should be good to go. Okay, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We should be good to go. So depending on your internet connection, maybe yours might download faster than mine, or mine might be downloading fast, might download faster than yours. It all depends on the internet connection. Do you understand? If you have a very strong internet connection, then it will download very fast. Do you understand? It's downloading packages. I will show you what packages are. But for now, let's wait patiently as it downloads. Okay, so once download completes, so once the download completes, the next thing we have to do is to to run the app. So now we are installing, it's like we are installing the packages for the app. When we are done installing packages for the app, the next thing is to run the app. The reason why we are installing packages for our app is because we just you just downloaded it from your email. And normally, when you are sending files, you don't add the packages because the size is very, the size is very large. So if you try sending it through email, it's really going to take a very long time to send. So usually you have to take away the packages and send the rest of the files. So when you receive the files, the first thing you have to do is to install the packages. Once you've installed the packages, that is it. You don't have to reinstall it. You just install it once. That's all. So since we are using it for the first time, uh, when you download it from your email, because we are using it for the first time, we have to make sure we've downloaded the packages. But the next time we want to use it, there's no need downloading any package. The answer. So that is how it works. It's not like every day you have to download package. No, you download it once because when I sent it to you, it didn't come with the packages. So when you receive it, you have to install the packages. Okay, so now we are done. The next thing is to type this command npm run dev. Let me zoom in so that you can see it clear. So npm run dev. The first command I typed was this. This was the first command, npm install, to install the packages. Then the second command, when the package is done downloading, the next command to type is this, npm run dev. With this command, it means now we can access we can access our app locally on our machine, meaning we don't have to use the online version. We can use the version on our machine. You understand? So, okay, so it says you have to wait for this. It says ready in 5.9, ready in 5.9 seconds. Okay, so it says, so this is the address. This is the local address, HTTP uh, localhost 3000. You understand? So we can either type it manually or click on this link to open for us. But let's type it manually so that you see how it works. So if I open a new tab and type localhost like this, 3000, and hit enter. But whilst we are going through all these processes, you should make sure, or you have to make sure your internet is connected because it works with internet. So that is it. So that is it. So since I'm not done with the backend, the login is not working at the moment. To understand. But for a quick demo, we'll bypass the login and go straight to the dashboard. So to access the dashboard, add this to the address. Add this, that is slash dashboard. I mean slash. You see? So we have localhost colon 3000 slash dashboard and then hit enter. Okay, so it will bring you directly to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard. So these are all the pages. So students, if you click on students, the student page will open. So that is it. So basically that is it. When you are done, you just close it. You just close it. The next time you want to run your app, okay, this one is it's not needed anymore because we are done with it. So you can delete it. But this is your app. So anytime you want to run it, just open your VS Code like this. I mean your text editor, open it. Okay. So Okay, so you see, the last time I opened it, it still exists in our VS Code, so there's no need dragging, dragging, dragging and dropping. But where it doesn't show in our VS Code, then we can drag and then drop. Do you understand? For it to show in our VS Code or in our test editor. So open your test editor. Okay, open your test editor. Let me close the, let me close this. Let me close this. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Then you go to this, you click on this icon. You click on this icon. This time around, no need typing npm install because we are done installing the packages. So all that you have to do is to type npm start. So anytime you want to run your application on your machine, that is how to go about it. Sorry, it's not npm start, it's npm run dev. So let's try again. It's npm run dev. Do you understand? Then wait for about a minute, depending on the speed of your computer. So it says ready in 4.5. So which means you can open your browser and then type in. Always remember, this is the address. You say local. So this is the address. Either you copy it and then paste it in your browser, or you hold down the control key and then click on the link. It will open. You understand? So if you have any questions, you can message me on WhatsApp, then I'll answer it, or you can rewatch this video to help you. But I'm not done. There are still a lot more to do. But for now, at least this is 50% complete. So you can go through and be watching and be accessing the files and the folders, so that finally, when you have to defend the project, you know how to go about it. Okay, thank you.